everyone, it's John, your Indian Cine-MANIAC, with another 10ish-minute review. We always start off with the same thing. Subscribe, hit the notification button, and please smash that like button. It's a little thing that means a lot to the channel. So I really appreciate that. Okay, so the film we're watching this week is 2019's War, which is part of the Yash Raj Spy series. And this was the biggest hit of 2019. I didn't know that when I put this one down. I saw Pathaan, which is part of this series, along with Yippee-Ki-Yay. I think that's how you pronounce it. So I really liked Pathaan, so I was looking forward to this one. It was written, directed by Siddarth Anand, and it stars Hrithik Roshan, who I've seen in a couple of movies, Doom 2, and oh my God, what's the one I just saw him in? Anyway, I like this actor very much. Got a lot of style, a lot of presence. So also starred Tiger Shroff, who I've never seen before, but Hrithik would only do this film if they signed Tiger Shroff. So and he was very good, by the way. Vaani Kappor, who plays Nania, who's actually in it for about 20 minutes of screen time. It's definitely a bromance movie. Definitely. In fact, I think the character Tiger plays is basically in love with Hrithik's character. That's a vibe I got anyway, the way he was looking at him and stuff like that. But anyway, you tell me what you think. So I also found out that Tiger's father, Jackie Shroff, was a mentor to Hrithik, and now Hrithik is a mentor to Tiger. So it comes full circle, baby. I love that. And the plot is pretty simple. There's a international arms dealer who they're trying to catch, who's very mysterious. You never know who he is. And it's got to do with a chessboard and all the pieces of a chessboard. Who's the pawn? Who's the bishop? Who's the king? And at the beginning of the movie, there's a big action sequence. Well, Tiger plays a character whose father was an actual traitor. So now he gets a chance to work for this covert spy team led by Hrithik, who's a tough leader. By the way, both these guys, I always say this because it always impresses me. These guys are freaking jacked. I don't know how much they work out before they shoot these movies, but they are chiseled. And take it from someone who is also chiseled. Now, you can't tell because of the clothes I wear, but I am chiseled, much like what you saw in the movie with the two leads. So he's going to join this covert team, but he's got to show his mettle first. And then what ends up happening is you're led to believe, and there will be spoilers in this review. So if you haven't seen it, you don't want to watch this review. It's only 2019, so some of you might not have seen it. But Hrithik's character, who's the leader of the team, becomes a bad guy. In fact, there's a great scene with an assassination that happens with him, and you can tell it's him because of his eyes. So now they're going to have Tiger, who is his pupil, go after him because he's the only guy. He knows how he thinks. So him and the team are going to go after the guy. There's all kinds of great action sequences, and then one of the team members turns on them, and they go into an ambush, and his entire team gets killed, except for one woman and himself and Tiger. So this is when, now his team's wiped out, he's going to become a bad guy. Now Tiger's going to go after him. So basically that's the plot of the movie. And then there's a nuclear missile on a boat that they have to get to. But it's really about discovering who this big arms dealer is. You never know who he is because he has plastic surgery. So it's the first time those two work together. It definitely had a Mission Impossible face-off vibe. I'll get to the face-off vibe in a minute. I did like the fact when Tiger goes to the secret base there, he punches in a code into the elevator. And he punches in 80085, which, on a keyboard spells out boobs. Yeah, I caught that. All right. I don't know if they did it intentionally. I guess they would. And there is a great musical number after their first mission, successful mission. and it is great. And those two guys can dance, and it's colorful, and there's that colored dust flying all over the place. It's a great number, and I always say this: I love the lead dancers because they're very masculine when they dance, and it's a very masculine dance. And they both can really move. So I love that number, and I'm not a big, you know me in these movies, I'm not a big musical number guy, and this one was out of left field. It really was, but I still really enjoyed it because I like the way those two guys dance. Um, they had a musical number on the Amalfi coast of Italy, and I guess it was a song that was in a previous movie. It's Gungru Toot Guy. I think that's how you pronounce it. Which was kind of interesting. But the whole thing comes down to, again, spoiler. The guy he thought was Tiger's character ended up being the guy on the team that turned on everybody. And he had plastic surgery to make him look like the guy. And that was a big twist. And I have to say, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy the twist. No, it's not that I knew it was coming. It's that I just didn't buy it because this guy, first of all, Tiger's character was like a parkour guy. I mean, the moves he was doing and the fighting he was doing was very unique. And this guy was recreating all of that. And there was one thing, and this is when I knew something was going on. At the beginning of the movie, there's a scene where Hrithik doesn't want to put him on the team because he can't see out of his peripherally on the left. Like, well, that's kind of weird that they would bring that up, right? So you knew it was coming back later on. That's how Hrithik discovered the guy wasn't who he said he was and set everything that he did in motion. I just didn't buy it, though. There's no way that the guy wasn't acting like someone who's pretending to be somebody else. He was that guy till he became the antagonist after he tried to poison Hrithik. And again, he poisoned him, but Hrithik already had, because he figured it out, he was given immunity by one of his team members. So he took an antidote. But his mouth was still bleeding. Okay. He drank the stuff and blood was coming out his mouth. So that was a bit of a cheat, if you ask me. But anyway, he survives and he's the hero. They explain the reason why he did what he did. And the biggest reason was he got someone that I guess he fell in love with, Nani. Nani, yeah. I think it's Nani. Is it Nani or Nani? Sorry. Nina. And he pretty much blackmails her into helping. Now you believe that they're in love. They do this beautiful love song with musical number, and she's beautiful, by the way. And you really get the feeling that he loves her and she loves him. Well, then he confesses everything and said he needs her help in taking down this arms dealer, and kind of blackmails her into it. And he keeps saying, "Don't worry, nothing will happen to you. I'll protect you. I'll protect you. I'll protect you. I'll protect you." He doesn't protect her, and she gets killed. And she's got about 20 minutes of screen time, and it's she gets thrown out a window or something. She's on the ground, blood coming out. Well, now now he's upset. That's when he puts on the act that he's the bad guy. So the big conclusion is they're on a boat, a tanker, where the arms dealer are, and he manages to get the missile shooting back on them. I know I'm truncating the story, but Ralph says my recaps are too thorough. I shouldn't do recaps. I should just do reviews. And then they have this amazing chase scene on the ice in two cars. I have to say that was pretty cool. It wasn't like that crappy one they did in that Bond movie with the invisible car. This was actually pretty slick. And then they do the final battle in a church, which was good. It was a good fight scene. But again, I didn't really buy the twist. So the ending didn't work. I still enjoyed this movie. I like that whole spy universe that they do. I will tell you that they had a close-up of Hrithik, and I noticed something on his thumb. And I go, that was kind of weird. What was that? And then I read that he's got like two thumbs or something, which is amazing the way he's able to do some of the stunts that he does, because I think he does the majority of his own stunts. That's what I read. But I was like, did I really see what I just saw? And then when I read it, I was like, oh, I guess I did see what I saw. So I enjoyed this, and I plan on watching the other films in this series because the action's fantastic, and he's very charismatic. I do like him. He's I said this. He's a presence. He's got, first of all, his hair is fabulous. I mean, he reminds me of Chris Hemsworth a little bit, who I'm a big fan of also, although more jacked, more shredded than Hemsworth is. But but I liked both of them. I didn't necessarily. I was kind of lukewarm to the story, but I did like the action. I thought it was really well executed. I think it's like a summer blockbuster movie that I enjoyed, and I do want to watch the others in this series. So, and I'm looking forward to more films with Roshan in it, because I do like him a lot. He's not Amir Khan, he's not Shah Rukh Khan, but he's definitely got a niche that works really, really well. And oh yeah, that's where I saw him. I saw him in Dawn, where he had that cameo, which I thought was great. So yeah, you know what? I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the other ones that I'm definitely going to watch within this Yash Raj Spy series. So some of you recommended this movie to me, so thank you for that recommendation. I mentioned this on the last show. I don't know what I'm going to watch next. I'm going to watch something that wasn't recommended, just something that kind of piques my fancy. But I would ask you guys in the comment section, you have figured out my taste based on this show and the big show. At least I think you have. So I'm give me some recommendations of films that you'd like me to watch and review that you actually think I would like. They don't all have to be Amir Khan films. I know, I'm a big fan. Super hit. But give me a recommendation, and you put a little blurb on there why you think I'd like it. Because my poll list is done. This is the last film in that poll that I did, and I'm sure I'll do another one. But just in the comment section, give me some recommendations, and believe me, you guys are never shy to give me your recommendations. So that's it. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing except for this film. Check it out and hit the subscribe button, notification button, and as always, please smash that like button. Doesn't mean much to you, but it means a lot to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks a lot, everyone, and we will talk to you soon.